Hello Internet. In this tutorial video, I want to go over how to create a basic HTML page using VS Code and get the local development set up. This is a homework assignment, so we got to create a HTML page with a header, footer, and such. I'm going to go over the following topics. How to create the folder, open VS Code to that folder, create a index HTML for our HTML and our CSS file, it's styles CSS, where to get some easy boilerplate, how to work with local development with this live server extension, making it very easy for us to have hot reloading on our thing, and hook up a CSS file. So let's get started. First thing to do is create a new folder. I'm using Mac, but it would be exactly the same on Windows. Go to wherever you keep your projects. Here in the REDI folder, I'm going to create one called homework _1. Then go ahead and open that in VS Code. So I'm in VS Code now. File, open, homework 1, open. Nice, here we go. Got my VS Code stuffs. Create a new file. Call it index.html. Going to create another new file called styles CSS. Okay, now I got our two basic things that we need to build a web page. So for HTML, I like to, let's see, we got this, we got our basic files. Yeah, I like to use this boilerplate site. It makes it super easy to kind of just have somewhere to start off with so we don't have to write everything from scratch. I'll just go through these one by one. Do we need to include IE conditional tag? No, that's for some Internet Explorer stuff we don't need. Don't need this. Viewport, meta tag is probably a good idea. I think it helps like for mobile devices, keeping the aspect ratio and stuff. Google Fonts, we might want one of those a little later. Let's do a link to style sheet. And then everything else off. Okay, so we just take this text here, this basic HTML, and we paste it into our thing, and of course it's not working. Oh, Jesus. There we go. Okay. So, got my basic HTML in here. Now, let's just put, well, the title of the page is Home 1. We know from the assignment that we're going to need a header and a footer and all that, so I'll just go ahead and add that now. Header. This is a header. This is a footer. Okay. Put a little main content in. Okay, so we got a little page going, and we have a linking style sheet. It's looking for style sheet CSS. Ours is called styles CSS, so let's fix the link. Styles, plural, yeah. Save that. And if you command click links or like to files in VS Code, it'll just jump to the file. So now you can see it's go right ahead and opening this. So let's change the background color of the site so we can tell it's working. Whatever. For now, that's fine. Okay. So how are we doing here? Now we've come to the problem is we have this HTML on the file system, So if I go into the folder, here it is, HTML. And you can see it's possible on Mac to double click it and have it served as a direct file. And you see that, in fact, we're getting the HTML with the CSS loaded correctly. But as we get complicated things, it's better to use a local development server and not serve things directly from the file system. Like if you have images, it's a lot more complicated. So let's figure that out. We're going to install an extension called Live Server. So just go Live Server under the extensions like menu. This is the one, Live Server. We're going to install. Boom, that was really quick. Cool. So it adds this little guy down here, and it also adds some commands we can get at with the command menu. But the easiest thing to do is just click this Go Live, and boom. And you see it's served on this IP address, which is the IP address of your machine. It's called like localhost, it is referred to, and on port 5000. Now, if we change the code, it will auto reload. So if we let's change this to pink. It's almost Easter, and it basically, as we code, updates live, which is very nice. So let's say this red, save it, and it instantly updates. So we can continue about our way, coding a nice HTML page and having fun with CSS. Let's see. Okay, so this is how you could get started. VS Code, local development. Again, the live server extension lives down here, and you can see it or list of enabled VS Code extensions. Mine's right here, along with some other stuff I have. And if I want to stop it, I just click that, and now it's no longer serving the web page. I'm going to open the finished homework assignment. Homework 1. This is the guy. I'm just going to hit the go live. And you see here, this is a finished base HTML page with the links, different sections, a footer, which is rather tiny for some reason, and yeah, following the instructions here. So I hope this video was helpful and it showed you how to get started with using VS Code and local development. I'm going to my server now. I'm going to show that, yeah, in fact, it's stopped. Everything is good. I can close out, and see you in the next tutorial. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.